time we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it took.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Wednesday, my day. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Today, the 5th of March 2025, is Ash Wednesday. Remember, O man, that you are dust, and unto dust ye shall return. Today is Ash Wednesday. It signals the beginning of a 40-day fast called Lent. And is it not amazing that you have both the Muslims and the Christians fasting along the same lines and praying for themselves, praying for their sect, praying for Ghana, and praying for the world? Ghana will work again. And if you had the mindset before the election that Ghana was going to work again, but just because your candidate did not win the elections, so you think that Ghana must crash and will not work again, that patriotism that you have, or you suppose that you have, or you think that you have, is Togo Jean's low budget patriotism. You thought a few weeks ago that the nation was going to work if your candidate won. Somebody else won with a big gap, and suddenly you think that the country will not work because your person is not there. Examine your life again. Use this period of Lent and Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, the holy month of Lent. Use it to examine your life. I'm telling you, if you have not gone for your Ash imposition, go for it. Midday, it happened this morning. It will happen at midday, and at 6 p.m. It's not Ash Thursday, Ash Friday, Ash Saturday, Ash Sunday. It's Ash Wednesday. Find your way and go and get it. You can go to the Methodist Church, you can go to the Presbyterian Church, you can go to the Anglican Church, you can go to the Catholic Church. You'll get it. Find your way and go and get it. Let me say thank you to Sonar Fashions in Tamale for my outfits. Sonar 0246-590162. That's 0246-590162. And as my parish priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Feni says, give thyself no rest. That's the theme. Give yourself no rest. Pray without ceasing. Now, yesterday I read 2 pages from the Trust Hospital for you. I will read the 3rd page. But first, there's a matter that I took upon myself to talk about the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. It was about the renal department, kidney issues. And we know that we are drinking galamsey water, cyanide, mercury, and what have you. In the past, when I spoke about it, the very people who today impress upon me to speak about it say, oh, Kadodo. When in the past, when I spoke about galamsey, I have friends who were in MPP, very good friends, who would tell me that I'm making too much noise about this matter. Today in opposition, they know, they have become wiser now. They tell me that I should talk about it. For 8 years, they tried to shut me down. Not forcefully, but they tried to convince me that I was talking about galamsey too much. And I said, look, your favorite gobe or beans, your kegari, your favorite fufui or fufu, your favorite banku akple, your favorite mutuo, your favorite yakayaka. I showed you a video from the Western region where somebody had just poured large quantum of alum into water just so the turbidity could be stabilized and the dust could settle. The silt could settle in the water. I showed you. The health professionals came to tell us that that is a dangerous way to deal with it because now you're worrying your kidney and you're disturbing your liver and your whole body. I told you about it. When I spoke about it, my friends who were in MPP or who are in MPP at the time said I'm making too much noise about it. Today in opposition, they now know and they have become wiser. They say I should continue speaking about it. I should re-echo it. You see the hypocrisy? You see the nyachum? as they say in Akanyachum. Osato. You see it? Osato in Ghana. Osato. When I was talking about the tidal waves at the Keta area, they say, oh, you are making too much noise. Asenso Boachi was the minister. When the matter happened, it took Jifa Ablangomashi, MP for Ketu South, to take maize and corn and stuff and condo and things to the people. It took Nadmo 2 weeks. The Nadmo boss was busy looking for MP position. 2 weeks. They were left there to handle their own affairs. I was in Mepe when Kojo Ponkruma, the MCE at the time, and many others, they came. In fact, the MCE at the time said that while we put our signage and our pull-up banners here, we should take it out. We didn't organize the program. We were there to cover the program, and we wanted the people to know that we had come. We were there because the chief told us that this is where they will come. Where they have told the media to set up, they won't go there. So we were the only media house who were there, aside those who were working with them, friendly friends. When the MCE said that we should take off the things, the Minister for Information at the time said nothing about it. My own friend, Soji, he was there. They said nothing about it. So we have been through it. I'm telling you, today as we speak, some people are still sleeping under tents as we speak today. We paid lip service to it. 3 times it happened to the people in the Volta region. Agaveji, Blekusu, Amuchinu, all those, the towns and the villages. It happened to them. Nobody spoke about them. We only paid lip service to them. Eventually, when the president went there in a winter jacket, he told the people that you don't vote for me, but I have come here anyway. President Kasasa, that you didn't vote for me. And that was not the first time. I said he told the people of Ekumfi that you didn't vote for my candidate. That's why I left the factory. I didn't make progress with the factory. But now I will consider. He didn't consider it until he left power. So power drunk. He told the people. It's on tape. I'm not the one saying it. These things can be found on the internet. They are replete. They're there. People can see it. People can watch it. Don't think that the internet forgets. The internet doesn't forget. The internet never ever forgets. I'm telling you. Today people put the images up. What I'm happy about is that Mamaga Ablajifa Gomashi's government is in power. She's a member of cabinet. She doesn't have to sweat it out to get attention and help for her people. In the past, she was a lone ranger on her own because the system itself, look, after 2 weeks when Nadbo eventually brought support to the people, the man who went to look for MPship and lost woefully. After 2 weeks when they brought the food to the people, he went on a war path with Ablajifa Gomashi, making it look like Ablajifa Gomashi, Mamaga, MP for Ketu South, was the one who was fomenting trouble. Your job is a national disaster management organization. It's not a job for party boys and girls. Your first job is to prevent disaster from happening. And if it does happen, you have to manage it. How does a disaster happen for 2 weeks? You say you are collecting data. You are not serious. The people there at the NADMO at the time, they were not serious. I mean, I tell my friend George, you see this every time. I say, they are not serious. Once upon a time in this country, NADMO gathered expired food and gave it to Dr. Bawumia to go and present to people. Once upon a time in this country, expired food. The record is there. I'm not the one manufacturing it. If we are serious as a people, will we give expired food to people? That's why I was not surprised when this Moshosho rice matter came up. We repackaged Moshosho expired rice and we're giving it to the students to eat. Go and check what the children are eating in school now. Quality food. Go and check. We're feeding them rubbish. Food that we will not give to our dogs, our Doberman, our Rottweilers, our Boabobs. We will not give those food to them. We were giving it to people's children to eat in the name of free SHS. That's how wicked we are as a people. Look, bring me the third page of that letter. Let's read it together. And I've read, this is from the Director General, Mr. Biney. He's new. He did not create the problem, but he's explaining the problem to us. Now, the Trust Hospital Financial Performance and Strategic Direction. SSNIT acknowledges that the TTHCL's financial challenges and is committed to supporting its long-term sustainability. As part of our strategic interventions, SSNIT is ensuring regular payments for services rendered to our staff and will task the new board to enhance financial discipline and efficiency. Asem woho, financial issues. Yesterday I told you, write 2024, write dash, write 20 million. Write 2023, write dash, and write 800,000 plus. I will explain to you in the coming days. I'm waiting for the rejoinder from Trust Hospital. He said we'll come on the 15th. I'm waiting. Today is the 5th. 10 days more. We'll be counting down. We'll wait. While TTHCL provides essential social benefits, its ultimate objective is to operate profitably and pay dividends to SSNIT. Again, write 2024, write dash, write 20 million. If you don't get the money and 20 million goes down the drain, how do you pay dividends to SSNIT? Question. People are saying, I'm asking. SSNIT recognizes the notable improvements at the Osu Main Hospital and seeks to ensure that ongoing transformation efforts and the relocation to the Trust Tower are now derailed by internal disputes that can be resolved through cooperation and dialogue. When people are hungry, when people have not been paid their monies, when people's investments are in limbo, you will have these confrontations. President Akufo-Addo called it when we started talking about e-levy. He says there are unnecessary disputations. That's what he said, right? We are being taxed. Our president at the time said we are. Later, his vice president came to tell us that, I will change it. Meanwhile, some ministers then, my own friend John Kuma of blessed memory, the man at the Free Zones Authority before, Befi, and my friend, they said, we will pass it. Dr. Sion, we will pass it, and they can't do anything. Something happened in 2024, the big gap, over 1 million votes. It happened when Tia, Ubetie. So I'm talking to the management of the Trust Hospital. In the interim, pending the reconstitution of the TTHCL board, the new Deputy Director General for Investment and Development his team have been tasked with engaging the local and national unions at the earliest opportunity. Have they done that? I'm only asking. To conclude, SSNIT remains committed to positioning TTHCL as a flagship healthcare investment, which means that they recognize that they are losing that space. We encourage flagship healthcare investment, delivering superior medical services while ensuring sustainable financial returns. We encourage all stakeholders to work collaboratively in addressing internal concerns and advancing our shared goal of strengthening TTHCL's operations and profitability. Thank you, yours faithfully, for Social Security and National Insurance Trust. And this is where, when the PR people say, we are not part of SSNIT and we are a private entity, it says, yours faithfully, for Social Security and National Insurance Trust, of which I am a proud member, or where I pay my money. And it is signed by Kwesi Afre-Biney, the new acting Director General. He did not cause this problem, but he's responding to it. And it is signed, it's carbon copy to Deputy Director General Investment and Development, SSNIT, General Manager Investment and Development, SSNIT, Deputy General Secretary Ops, ICU, Deputy General Secretary Admin, ICU Ghana, PMSU Director, ICU Ghana, Accra Regional Office, ICU Ghana, PMSU chairman, secretary, TTHCL, local union chairman, secretary, TTHCL, the chief executive officer, TTHCL. Somebody mentioned that this is supposed to be an internal document, and I'm not supposed to have it. Me and you, as members of SSNIT, this is our investment. Take it off, bring it on me. We, as members of SSNIT, who contribute on a monthly basis, if you default, you'll be in trouble. Suddenly, we cannot have access to the and when they finish the financials, do they share the financials with us? No. Show me the SSNIT memo. Yesterday, the internal memo. I'll read it. My eyes and my ears are on the ground. I'm not a wayside by heart journalist. No. I do my research properly. Find the document for me, quick, Kunzo. Now, I'll read the internal memo, which is also an admission that, yes, we defaulted in paying tier 2 and tier 3. I have spoken about that matter here. Put it up, please. I've spoken about that matter here. And I've raised that question. There was an internal memo. It's still there on the notice board. Maybe they will take it off later. But it's still there. I got it. And I will share the detail with you. Kuzo, put the thing up. I want to read the full detail to the people of the Republic of Ghana who pays SSNIT, whose investment includes the Trust Hospital in Osu. This is dated the 3rd of September. Now, 2024. Reasons why the contract of the CEO of the hospital should not be extended. I've read this for you before. There's a new one, Kunzo. Sharpen your eyes. And you know, I get emotional about some of these things. Maybe I don't talk about it that much. Now, this is an internal bulletin. Hospital updates and financial commitments. I remember in that meeting, I asked for this. He said, no, we'll wait for the board. The board is still not in place, but this has been given to the staff. And once you pay for the services, you pay the salaries of the Director General and everybody who works at Trust Hospital and other SSNIT investments and SSNIT itself, I will read it to you. We will share it together because we as members of SSNIT must be told what the position is. Internal bulletin, hospital updates and financial commitments. As we begin a new month, management wants to take a moment to update you on the hospital's financial commitments and our progress in meeting our obligations to you. Financial updates and payment. 1. Tier 2 contributions have been paid up to December 2024. What it simply means is that we had not paid then, but we have paid now. And I asked a very simple question. If you took my money and deducted from my salary to invest my money on Monday, and you decided to hold on to the money and invest on Saturday, by Saturday, the fact will remain that you would have invested, but the dividends that I would have gotten on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday would have been lost on me. And this is not money I'm using for church fundraising or something. I'm saving this money for my future and for my own care and concern. So the tier 2 contributions have been paid up to December 2024. 2, tier 3 contributions have been paid up to July 2024. August, September, October, November, December, January, February have not been paid. Admission number 2. Number 3, salary back pay. I told you that the people at the hospital who were working have not been paid some salaries. This is an admission, internal bulletin, confirming what I said here, that the salaries have not been paid. Now, if you claim you are profitable and you are paying dividends, how do you owe salary? Because you have to pay salaries and take care of everybody, then get money to pay the dividends. So the next, I will show you how much had been paid to SSNIT as dividends in the years. I say right 2024 dash 20 million, right 2023 dash 800,000 plus. Write it. I'll come to it. We are chopping the matter small. We are happy to inform you that we are currently ahead of the initially agreed timelines for these payments. You default, and you are happy to announce that you are ahead of the timelines. What happened in the interim? The monies that were supposed to have been invested so that benefits would have been accrued, so that if I'm getting, for example, I'm paying 33,600 and I'm getting, say, 24% on it, and you have defaulted in 12 months, are you going to pay me those dividends that I lost, or you're just going to pay my money and business continues as usual? It's a question. It's not a fight. The remaining outstanding Tier 3 and allowances will be paid accordingly as agreed. They owe them allowances. They owe them Tier 3. We will get to the law. As you have been previously informed, the hospital experienced a dip in revenue in the previous year, hence the situation we find ourselves in. I say write 2024, write 20 million. I will explain to you in the coming days. Wait for it. We appreciate your patience and understanding throughout this process. Your continued support has allowed us to fulfill these commitments while ensuring the hospital's growth and sustainability, PR. As we move forward into this new month, we encourage you to stay focused, committed, and motivated. We remain dedicated to creating a better working environment for all. Once again, thank you for your hard work, patience, and dedication. We wish you all the best in the new month, issued by management. And I've told you before that when they write and nobody owns up to sign it and it's issued by management, as well. And I've told you before that the people who led you into a ditch, as Mr. Kennedy Japan said, cannot be the ones to take you out of the ditch. I've told you before. Or haven't I told you? I say when they write an official notice and they say issued by management and nobody put the management up there, nobody wants to own up for it or to chest it and say, I am the one who authored it and sign, there's a problem. And the problem I will explain to you. Don't worry. Now, I am concerned about this particular matter because we all know the Trust Hospital. A former staff of SSNIT spoke to me. That was what triggered this whole investigative process into their concerns. He said, I went to my own hospital and I didn't get the best that I know. So it triggered me that I went into it. We will chop the matter small. Now, look at the Act 766. We were sitting somewhere. SSNIT brought this law. And they are holding us all to this law. Today is Wednesday. Thursday will come. Friday will come. Saturday will come. People will be at the SSNIT court. And people will be thrown into jail because they failed to fulfill this. Section 64 of Act 766 says, penalty for non-payment of contributions. 1, subject to subsection 2. If the contribution is not paid within the specified period, a sum equal to 3% per month of the contribution payable shall be added to the contribution as penalty. B, the Director General shall serve a demand notice on the defaulting contributor, and if payable, payment of the contribution and penalty is not made within 30 days after the date of service of the notice, the Director General may proceed to collect and recover the contribution and the penalty. And C, if a person without reasonable excuse fails to pay the contribution and penalty imposed under paragraph A, the Director General may direct the person to pay an additional penalty of a sum equal to 3% of the total of the outstanding contribution and penalty imposed under that paragraph for each month during which the default continues. 2. Section 2. The Director General may remit wholly or partly the penalty imposed under Section 1 with approval of the Board of Trustees. SSNIT has no board as we speak. This is the law. I didn't write this law. So now if the institution which presses everybody to abide by the law itself is breaking the law, what should we be telling the institution? It's a simple question. I say, go to the Saturday SSNIT court. Did I not show you a notice from GEHOC, SSNIT to GEHOC that you are in default? They wrote to NIB Bank to say that, the National Investment Bank, to say that you are holding their money, they gonna shade their account, etc. Did I not show you that? I showed you that, did I not? The trust hospital is an investment of SSNIT. It is you and I. If we hadn't given the money to SSNIT, SSNIT wouldn't have been able to set up the trust hospital. Yes. So if the trust hospital is not doing well and the staff are not happy, from administrative staff to doctors to nurses and everybody, they are not happy about the fact that their tier 2 and tier 3 have been deducted but had not been paid in the past. So we started making noise and they had been paid to a certain extent. Their salaries and allowances, as I showed you, have been in default. Come to me. We must ask them questions, because if you go and lie at the trust hospital and the problem is that the person who has to take care of you is not happy and is grumbling, your life is at risk. It's commonsensical. It's commonsensical. The workman must be happy. In the Act 666, they have, what do you call it, an investment policy. It's there in the Act. The Act is so compact. Act 766. SSNIT brought it. We didn't, from the days of Eva Megashi, and we had worked. They are my friends. They are not my enemies. And I'm saying that when I give you my money to invest for me, I expect the best dividends to come out from it. If I'm not getting the best dividends out of it, forget about it. I will ask questions. It doesn't matter the levels of PR or the legal whatever. I don't matter. I'm quoting the law. I'm reading letters. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm asking the questions. Before you take us off, Shadrach, there's a lady in Boga. This whole kidney issue that I spoke about at Kolebu, right? Listen to her. Very pathetic.
Please go. Hello, good morning. My name is Badwe Dafin Kafala. I'm a kidney patient. I'm here this morning to have a section, and I'm told that there are no bloodlines and dialysis. And it's not easy. As a kidney patient, you need to undergo the dialysis 3 times a week. So if you miss any of the sections, you feel very uncomfortable. You can't breathe, you can't do anything to help yourself, and it's very worrying. If they should bring back the payment, it will be better, because it will save us a lot. Because you can't just prepare from your home, you come to do your dialysis, and you are told there's no. It's almost 3 weeks now. Sometimes we come, they'll tell you there's not this, there's not that, you need to go and buy, especially heparin. I can remember it's only my last section that I didn't buy heparin, but all my sections I've been buying heparin for them to do the dialysis for me. Yes, actually we are told there are no dialyzers and there are no bloodlines, blah blah blah. So we are waiting for.
This is the plight of a kidney patient in Bolga. Kwabena Mintakando, MP for Dwaboso. Good morning to you, Minister for Health. Dialyzers, fistula needles, bloodlines, heparin, and ethiopian injection. They don't have it in Bolga. It's a big problem. Kwabena Mintakando, good morning to you. Your Excellency, good morning to you. The problems that you have inherited, be children, as they say on the street. But you have said that you are not one to lament. You are the one to solve and to bring the solutions. So the people are looking up to you. Because the things that were ignored in the past, very salient things that were ignored in the past, have now been burdened onto you to handle. It was all talk, no leadership, paper talk, paper leadership. That was what we got in the past. Dialysis machines. Because we cannot afford to buy plane tickets to travel outside to go and lie in hospitals that are there. The people who could do that decided that they were not going to provide for us, including commissioning empty hospitals as part of Agenda 111. Let me leave it here. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691.